And we're going to end with 2 lessons on division. First, dividing decimals by whole numbers, which is pretty easy. And then dividing decimals by decimals, which is much more interesting. So, dividing a decimal by a whole number. So this is 19.75 divided by 5. So 19.75 divided by 5. The only way that this lesson will differ from division in Chapter 1 is that because of this decimal point, I have to do this. Put the decimal point above the division bar. And I'm not going to be allowed to have remainders. We'll tackle that when it comes up. This problem won't have a remainder anyway. It works nicely. So 5 goes into 19 3 times. That's 15. 19 take away 15 is 4. Drop the 7. Notice that I'm keeping my columns of numbers very neat. You need to do that when you're doing long division. If you have difficulty with that, graph paper may be helpful. Now, how many times does 5 go into 47? Well, 9 times. That's 45. I'm actually going to drop my screen a little here. Let's see, 47 take away 45 is 2. Now drop the 5. 5 goes into 25, 5 times perfectly. So it's 3.95. Next up we have 3.88 divided by 4. So 3.88 divided by 4. Again, put the decimal point above. So 4 doesn't go into 3, but 4 does go into 38 9 times. 9 times 4 is 36. We can basically, once we put the decimal point where it belongs above the division bar, ignore it completely. 38 take away 36 is 2. Drop the 8. 4 goes into 28 7 times. Perfectly. No remainder. And I only have one more here. So we have 42.063 divided by 7. So put our decimal point above. Now 7 goes into 42 6 times perfectly. Of course, nothing goes into 0, and that's what we're looking at here with 0, 0. However, because we started writing an answer, we have that 6 there, we can't just skip the fact that there's nothing. We have to report the fact that 7 goes into 0 0 times. We have to place the 0 I just wrote. Now, we can just straight drop this 6. Well, 7 still doesn't go into 6. So we have to report that as a 0. And then we can drop the 3. 7 does go into 63. It does it perfectly 9 times.